Greetings, Shining Bulls and Shining Bears, and welcome to the 61st episode of the CRYPTO Astrology Podcast. Please note that financial astrology, similar to technical analysis, is not 100%. I, Maya Raghavan, am not an influencer. I'm not a financial advisor. Rather, I'm a financial astrologer, using the planetary positions as data inputs in my analysis of the probable nature of price movements. I do not make your decisions for you. Your decisions are up to you. Shining Bull content is here to stimulate your own thought process as you make your own decisions relating to your own finances for yourself and by yourself. Please do share my videos with others so that more people can benefit from my work as a financial Vedic astrologer. We're going to take a look at what this week holds for Bitcoin and Ether price. Remember that on ShiningBull.com you can get predictive books on Bitcoin and Ether price for this year and for the next few years, as well as several other books. These books let you recognize what is happening in the present moment so that you can put current price trends into context and properly understand what they will lead into next. When we look at the planets, we have an edge, and that edge is what Shining Bull is offering you. Now, here are the major movements in the sky that will be affecting us most on the Earth plane this week. On Sunday, July 21st, the full moon happens, finding moon in Uttarashadha Nakshatra, which generates large, reputable institutions on Earth. But before the full moon is exact, in the early morning UTC, moon reaches Mercury's degree. Mercury is 8th from moon in Magha Nakshatra, which generates important leaders on Earth. I see that an extreme news event is likely related to political leadership. Because a few hours later, moon enters into trine to Mars in the sky, I see that this ends up generating an uptrend in Bitcoin and Ether price. On Sunday night UTC, Venus reaches Devguru's degree, who is 11th from Venus. At that moment, moon is in Aries, in the Aries Pada of Shravana Nakshatra with Budh in the Navamsha. I see that something important is coming to light for some powerful women or femmes in the world. A crazy moment begins soon after, and I only see a new clear up move beginning on Tuesday mid-morning UTC, when moon reaches opposition to Venus. This will likely be accompanied by some policy-related news or news related to a long-term plan or vision in which a powerful woman or femme is involved. On Friday, July 26th, shortly after midnight UTC, so at the very top of Friday UTC, Sun reaches Mangala's degree, who is 11th. I see this taking Bitcoin and Ether up. I see an aggressive act related to a political leader, but it's not a bad act, it's a helpful act. Those are the big moves in the sky this week. And next, I'm going to tell you a bit more about what I see for Bitcoin and Ether price this week. Please note that the Bitcoin by 2026, Bitcoin BTC 2024 predictions, ETH BTC 2024 predictions for the ratio, and Ethereum by 2026 books are available on ShiningBull.com. You may also be interested in Shining Bull ALTCOINS 2024, and experienced meme coin traders can check out MEMECOINS with astrology. Now, let's look more up close at the week ahead. I, the astrologer, live in Newfoundland, but I give the weekly predictions that I make on this podcast as per UTC time. Sunday, July 21st, as I mentioned, is a day where an extreme news event is likely to come forth. I see up beginning in the morning all the way through to Sunday night, where a crazy period begins due to a lot of uncertainty. Next, Monday, July 22nd, I see down in the very early morning, but then an up move starts mid-morning UTC when Moon reaches opposition to Venus in the sky. Next, Tuesday, July 23rd, I see a down move start in the early morning UTC as Moon opposes Mercury in the sky, but then shortly before noon an up move starts, especially for Ether, when Moon enters into Kendra to Mars. Wednesday, July 24th, I see up for the first half of the day due to Moon's transit in Kendra to Devguru in the sky. But then, starting in the afternoon UTC, I see a drop begin when Moon reaches Venus's degree, who transits 6th from Moon. Thursday, July 25th, I see up, but then there's a large down period starting in the afternoon until nighttime UTC when Moon trines Sun, and this is related to some political uncertainty. Friday, I see as an up day due to a new certainty related to political leaders. Saturday, I see as up, especially for Ether, but there is a down move in the afternoon until the evening while Moon trines Budh in the sky. So I have put my trading signal service on hold as I transition into a new model. So I want to take this opportunity to offer something special and fun to any of you who have in the past subscribed to my trading signals at any time. If you at any moment in the past have been a subscriber of my trading signals, then if you email me directly, I'll send you all my signals for this week as a PDF. And the idea is that you send me a donation of 2% of any gains you make thanks to my signals over the week. So again, you email me and I send you a PDF with the signals for the whole week. The PDF will also have some donation addresses. I'm not really sure, but I guess I can give you some different donation options. And then you can send me a donation of 2% of any gains made at any moment. You could do it during the week or at the end of the week, as you like. This is just a trust-based model. And to protect your privacy, you don't have to even tell me when you make a donation. It'll be anonymous because I'll give you crypto addresses. Anyway, just email me if you're interested in this. Please read the disclaimer in the details section of this video below. So that was the weekly forecast for the week ahead in Bitcoin and Ether price. I see the week as a whole as up, by the way. Next, some news from the past week, which will impact the future of crypto and of civilization. The US spot Ether ETFs are going to go live on Tuesday, July 23rd, and on that date, Mercury will be right on Ethereum's natal Jupiter. This isn't really news, but I see that this is going to be a huge catalyst for a bullish move for Ether price. So that's really all I have to say. And again, if you have been on any of my trading signals in the past, then send me an email if you're interested in trying my new temporary donation model where I send you the week signals for free in a PDF and you donate 2% of the gains you make due to my signals on a trust basis. Those can be gains that you make during the week or at the end of the week after calculating your gains for the week, as you like. It's trust-based and it's like totally trust-based. And just like a gratitude-based model, and I won't know either way, but anyway, I think it's a nice thing. And of course, I will benefit depending on how much your gains are. And at the same time, you're able to decide how you feel in general, you know, like if you have a big gain and you want to show gratitude and donate 2% of that gain at the moment, you can. If you feel like, oh, well, I had a gain, but let me see, what if I have losses during the week? Let me calculate at the end. Then that's up to you. If at the end of the week you feel a lot of gratitude, then that's how you feel. If at the end of the week you, well, I recommend sticking to it, of course. If you do say that you'll donate 2%, then in your own way, however you decide to do it, you should do it. But again, it is trust-based, and I am not enforcing anything. And also, I just wanted to say about Ether, 2 things. One thing is that Mercury rules Ethereum's 11th house and Ethereum's 8th house. The 8th house also activates Ethereum's natal Mars, which helps Ethereum a lot. And the 11th house, of course, is for financial gains. Mercury, as I mentioned, is going to be right on Ethereum's natal Jupiter, who rules Ethereum's 2nd and 5th houses, which are also Dhan or wealth creating houses. And Moon, interestingly, at that moment is going to be on Ethereum's natal moon, which I've noticed, which is very interesting. And that moon is in Uttarashadha nakshatra, which is actually where the full moon is happening on Sunday. And that nakshatra is related to institutions and financial institutions. So it's funny, or it makes perfect sense, that the Ether ETF is going live on that date on Tuesday, July 23rd. As you'll know, if you have seen my yearly books, I do see us in an uptrend now for both Bitcoin and Ether. And Ether especially is, I mean, both in their own ways, actually. I see a strong uptrend for both of them, as you'll know if you have my yearly predictions books. But it is pretty special what's happening for Ethereum this week, and I do see that it can be a catalyst for something really huge in terms of gains. And anyway, that's all I have to say. It's funny because this is like totally like, it's a bit ridiculous, but that I'm mentioning this, but my first video, I first got into crypto with ETH. Actually, I first actually, my first video was on Ethereum or on Vitalik, but related to Ethereum. That was when I first started making videos. And I was wearing this same dress, which my friend gave me, which I don't really wear much anymore. And hopefully it looks okay. But anyway, it's just funny, right? Not that an ETF is like something defining for the identity of any network or protocol, but at the same time, it's funny because it is a historic moment, of course. Not only is it a historic moment, it can have pretty important implications for the future of global finance, actually, depending on, especially because like right now, I don't think that staking is going to be part of the ETFs. And if it does become part of the ETFs, the way that is ushered in and the thought that's put into that and the awareness can definitely have implications for the future of global finance and for a lot of things. So I'm not even saying if on the bigger picture it's like a good or a bad thing, but it's definitely a historic moment. And that's all for now. I will see you next week. Thank you.